Teen parties always comes up. It's a parent's nightmare. They always imagine the worst things happening, and the reality is sometimes that's what happens. I actually think we get ready for teenage parties when our kids are much younger. We talk to them about how you behave when you're at somebody else's house. We talk to them about the things that make us proud as a family. We talk to them about when people ask us to do things we're not comfortable with, how we say no to this. As they start to get of age, when they're going to the parties in middle school and things like this, we have to show that we're people of action. So you want to know, where's the party? Who's in charge? Yes, I'm going to be that parent that's going to call that parent and be through that uncomfortable moment. You know, I'm Mrs. Such and Such, and I'm the parent of Jamie, and Jamie's coming to the party, and I just wanted to touch base with you about, you know, what the party's going to be like. Most parents on the receiving end are happy to hear this. They're happy to say, oh yeah, we're going to be here. We're going to serve food. And as they get a little older, is they going to serve alcohol? No, they're not going to be any alcohol. In fact, we told the kids if we smell any alcohol in someone's breath, we're going to send them home. We're not going to allow them in. And if we if we experience this with too many kids, we're going to cancel the party. Okay, great. Other times you call a family and say, you know, I know that my son's coming over to a party at your house. And they go, what? There's a party at our house? I didn't know that. We're going out of town this weekend, in which case they might shut the party down. There's also times when you're going to find out there's a party going on, the parents aren't there, or they are and they're not paying attention. And this is sometimes where we have to say to our kids, and it depends on their age and their level of responsibility, is no, you can't go to the party. And they will tell you the 20 kids that are going, under the caveat of everybody's going. Trust me, there are a lot of other parents like you that are saying no. Then as they get older, this is the tricky part for parents. Especially junior and senior year, you might let them go to some of those parties if they're up front with you. And they say, Mom, I know you're going to be uncomfortable, but they're going to serve alcohol there. Okay, that does make me uncomfortable. What are you going to do about it? I'm not going to drink. You promise. I promise I'm not going to drink. So if you go to this party and you come home and I sniff your breath, I'm not going to smell alcohol. Right. Okay, we'll give it a chance. We'll take a risk with you. Let's see what happens. And now our kids have a chance to prove themselves. They get to go to these parties. They get to experience them. They get to go home and stay within the realm of the family. If they come home and they smell like alcohol, then it's a different conversation. You know, you have to figure out what you're going to do for the next party. But it's a lot of negotiation back and forth. And what kids do a really good job of in adolescence is isolate us from other parents. And that's where we have to get over our self-consciousness to call these families and have the questions and have the conversations, because sometimes you're going to hear the phone on the other end it sounds someone just like you, shares the same values, it's great. Other times red flags are going to go up, and then you have to sit down with your teenager and say, here's what I experienced, let's figure out a strategy if you want to go, otherwise we might not be able to go. You might not be able to go to this party.